Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing absolutely fantastic. I am waving my flags today. Why? Well, let's get started. My name is Davina Liggins, and I am with Healing Made Whole. And my whole purpose with this company that I built is to teach people, inform and educate, support and encourage people to get rid of diseases that they can get rid of. And that is a lot of diseases, these chronic lifestyle related diseases that we deal with out here. This is what I help people do. And indeed, one of my clients informed me this past week, I got a text. Yes, I got a text and it said that the prediabetes is gone. So what happened? My client reached out to me in June and informed me that the hemoglobin A1C was at a 5.7. And then we got to work. Now, I had worked with this client before, just on basic principles of health, the lifestyle, and etc. And then there was a period of time where I did not work with that client. And then when they saw that blood test, they immediately reached out to me and said, please help me to navigate myself back into optimal range. And as I said, they got to work. That included stress management. And particularly, this client is an executive, high stress position. They needed a lot of stress management. They were already doing intermittent fasting, so they tightened that up just a little bit. But that wasn't really their focus. Their focus was really the stress management. And secondly, making necessary improvements to the diet. They didn't even inquire or adopt a very frequent exercise regimen. Okay, it's really working on stress and getting rid of the key stressors in their life. And I always tell people, stress management is critical. That alone, or I should say, stress itself alone can lead to disease, and you need stress management. Any stressors that you can get rid of in your life, do so. Anything that's residual, you have to manage it, and you have to manage it in a way that doesn't allow imbalance and disease to set up in the body. Okay, so their hemoglobin A1C dropped, as I said, from 5.7 in June to 4.8 here in March. That was the very next blood test. I don't know, maybe it dropped even a couple months before, but nonetheless, 5.7 to 4.8, well within optimal range. Their HDL levels increased. Their triglyceride levels decreased. Their triglyceride to HDL ratio, which is very important to keep in mind, decreased. Now, that key blood test that I always talk about is fasting insulin. So this individual, my client, had an elevated or higher than optimal range for fasting insulin back in June. So now that her hemoglobin A1C levels are in optimal range, she is now going to go back and get a fasting insulin test to be sure that that is in optimal range as well. Okay? And why is that important? Because as I said, you always want to take out the root cause. The root of prediabetes is insulin resistance. And accompanied with insulin resistance is higher levels of fasting insulin. So she's going to be doing that test here coming up soon to make sure the root is taken care of, okay? And make sure her lifestyle is able to support insulin sensitivity and have no signs of insulin resistance in her body. Now, why is that important? Because even though hemoglobin A1C or her blood glucose levels are properly balanced now, insulin resistance, this hyperinsulinemia that's associated with insulin resistance, still sets the body up in a place of imbalance And a lot of other diseases, imbalances can occur as a result, even though blood glucose levels, fasting levels, and hemoglobin A1C may be properly balanced. Okay, so remember, we always, at least in my approach, we always go for the root. All right, and I just want you to know that when I work with my client, she was determined and she was focused that her next blood test, she was going to see a drop into optimal range. She put in the work. She was determined. I provided some guidance, some support, the basic education. Hey, this is how your body responds to this. This is what's happening at the molecular level. And that information fueled her to make the best decisions because she understood the relationship between her lifestyle and what was going on in her body. Now, I say all this to say is that your lifestyle is what is driving these imbalances and chronic lifestyle related diseases. Hence, lifestyle related diseases. And so when you make lifestyle changes that allow the body to right itself, it just doesn't help the situation. It actually reverses and prevents these diseases. Okay, and so she did it without any medication, just lifestyle changes. And to be honest with you, I don't know of a medication that would get rid of insulin resistance in the same way that a lifestyle change would do. There's virtually no side effects of it. There's many benefits that come. Like I said, many of her other blood tests, other than hemoglobin A1C, was corrected or much improved. All right, so you all be about it. I'm celebrating with my client. If you need help, if you need support with anything that is going on in your body, I'm here for you. All you have to do is reach out to me at info@healingmadewhole.com, or you can leave a message at any of my social media platforms. See you all the next time.